Hey guys, my name is Cassie. I am the creator of Pieces of Scrap. I've been working on my brand for a while now, kind of on and off. I used to be Cassie Crochets and I would sell on Poshmark, and it didn't really make sense to sell on Poshmark because that's more of a reseller's market. But recently I've been kind of putting more of my efforts into doing these vendor markets, and today is my first vendor market and I'm really excited for it. So I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I made for it. All these boxes behind me have all of my supplies and inventory for this market. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys what I made. So first up, I got these baby bear hats, or these are actually for toddlers. This is like a toddler, small child size, and they've got these nice little braided tassels that come down over the ears like little earmuff thingies. In addition, I also made 6 of these baby bear hats. So these are really cute and I hope they sell really well. So these are like meant to be crossbody bags, right at your waist, hopefully, for most people. Some of the straps are a little longer because they stretch a little more. All of these bags are lined and has a little sew-on snap to close them. And then all of the straps have these lobster claw clips, which are awesome because you can take it off, and if you really like this strap, you can put it on another bag and use it. Yeah, I'm really proud of these. I have 13 of them and they're all in different colors. They're all super colorful. Next up, I have a large bee that I made. It's a little different of a bee since he doesn't have those black stripes like a normal bee would, but I think he's still pretty cute and I think people will love him. Next up, I have these little ducklings. This was a free pattern that I found on Instagram. I'll link it below in the description, but he was super easy to make up. Everything's one piece except for these wings. Next, I've got these cute little mushroom boys. I really enjoy making these. And these each will be $16 is what I priced them at. And I think people really like them. I posted this on my Instagram story and I had multiple people reach out and be like, I will. And so I'm pretty excited to put these on display. I have 5 of these little Triceratops guys. A lot of people, when they sell these, their eyes are a lot smaller, but when I ordered my safety eyes, I got like a variety pack of sizes, and I didn't realize, since this was my first time using safety eyes, that 10 millimeter is way too big. 8 millimeter eyes is what I really need for this. It's about half the size of these little guys, and they would have been smaller eyes, but I think they still look kind of cute. They're like little bug-eyed little Triceratops dudes. Next up, I made this set of fruit coasters. I got this pattern off Hobby. Like, they have a bunch of free patterns, and this is one of the free patterns. The free pattern also includes a lime coaster pattern. It's really similar to this lemon one. But I didn't have any, like, I had enough scrap yarn to make the lime green around this watermelon. But I didn't have enough lime green. I didn't have the right color green to make a lime. I think it's a weird number of coasters to have, but I don't know if a lot of people, especially with them being like different, each one of them is a different coaster, I think it won't be a huge problem. I think people will probably, appreciate having different coasters, and you recognize that maybe that they're part of a set, but maybe not. So I think they'll be more forgiving about the fact that there's only 3 of them. All right, on to the big box of things. I've got quite a bit of stuff in here, and it's probably some repeats too. So I won't show those. So next up, I've got these chickens. I made 2 different colors. The honey wheat variety, this kind of speckled orangey fall color one. This one it came out a little smaller just because the yarn is a smaller weight than the white yarn. The wings are really cool on this. I think that'll make a cool toy. It's only sewed on at one point, so you can like have him flap his wings a bit and make him fly around. It's kind of cute. Next up, I made 41. Well, I didn't actually. I made these, obviously. But these are left over from my flower bags. These were flowers that weren't really good color combinations together anymore, so I got some safety pins at Hobby Lobby and I kind of just sewed them on the back. So you got all these nice little flower pins. They've got this nice safety pin. It kind it's a flip up and pinch safety pin, and it folds all the way out like that. The safety pins, I think there were like 43 or 45 of them, and it was $2.99 for the whole bag, so that was a good investment. I have 41 of these flowers, and I'm gonna sell each of them $4 each. I think that's a good price point for something small and cute like this that you can pin on anything, accessorize things really well. These are bookmarks. They're like bookmark scarves. I thought they were kind of cute. These will be sold for $4 each. I've got a bunch of different color variations and lengths, and then I've got these three, which are all pretty similar in size and texture. They've got this nice braided stitch pattern. I think these are really cute. They're a little thicker. They're all $4, so I think that's a good price point for something small like that. Next up, I've got another $4 bin here. I made scrunchies a long time ago, back when I was Cassie Crochets, and these didn't sell on my website, obviously, because I'm selling on Poshmark. Nobody's really looking for handmade items on Poshmark. But I made 3 of these. Each of these is $4. They're all scrunchies. They've got like an elastic in the center, and they're real cute. And then I've got headbands in here as well. These are also going to be sold for $4. Next up, I've got pocket pets. These guys are each $8, and they're little keychains. They're all like little cats. I've got 4 different colors. We've got this speckled green and blue, the pink, the blue, and then I made one fox. Next up, I've got gnomes. I have so many gnomes. So this guy is the first gnome I made. He's got a cool like combination braided beard and unbraided beard. He's the only one who I did braids on. All right, so those are all my colors. I've got one single orange beard guy because that yarn was kind of hard to work with, that orange yarn. He is a little smaller because I was using a much smaller weight yarn to work him up. My favorite's the Blackbeard one. I like his shirts kind of his shirts like this rainbow like fall multicolor thing, and it's a cute color combination with the brown hat and the black beard. I think they're all really cute. Next up, I've got all of my mini bees, and these mini bees are a little different from my large bee because they have antenna, and I don't know if I like the antenna or not. They're kind of cool. The antenna kind of sometimes, if they're not like pointed upwards, they kind of look like eyebrows, so some of them look angry or like confused, and I don't know how I feel about that one. These smaller bees have like a point at the tail, like a stinger, which is kind of cool, and I've got 2 different color variations of them. Next up, we've got an unlined beach bag that I made a long time ago that I was kind of trying to get rid of. This one I'm pricing at $15. And I've got this one. This is the same thing except it's lined inside. This one I'm gonna sell for $20. We've got a produce bag. It's a nice bag for going grocery shopping. Put all your produce in here. It'll hold up pretty well. It's like this nice kind of mesh pattern. So this is my beach stripes shawl, but it's really nice. It's really warm. I don't know if it'll sell at this market. It's my most expensive item. I'm pricing this at $85. It's a lot less than I would like to charge for it. It's really nice. It would be nice to bring on like a cruise for formal nights and whenever it's kind of chilly. All right, and then I've got this bath mat. It's showing up red on camera, but it's actually more of like a fuchsia pink. There is some red in it, like there's striping of red in here, but it's mostly pink. It's really soft. I think it'll make a really cute bath mat for like a kid's bathroom or something like that. I think it's really cute. This will be priced at $20. I just have one of them. Finally, I've got my can koozies. I've got these cactus. This is a pattern that I found on Pinterest. It's a free pattern. It's really cute. The only thing is it's a little wide on cans, so there's a little gaping at the top. But I did alter that pattern to make this strawberry can koozie. It's got these cute little petals at the top, and I used a variation on a puff stitch to make it kind of textured. But this one's more fitted to the can. It's a little taller than I would like, but when you fold the petals down like this, it's kind of cute. They don't really want to stay up really well, but I think they're really cute. And I have two versions of this. This one is like when I was working up the pattern for the first time, trying to figure out what works, this is the first one that came out. And so I put like a little drawstring in the top so you can fix that gaping at the top. This one won't have any gaping at the top. It's just a little taller and a little skinnier. And finally, the last thing that I made isn't something that I made for this market specifically. I made this as like a Bible holder. It's a cute little granny square bag I made a long time ago. It's hand stitch lined with an old pair of jeans. So it's a really soft denim on the inside, and it's kind of a heavier weight bag. These straps are secured all the way down here. It's been sewed on into each of these squares at the corner, so they're really secure straps. I'm not worried about them coming off at all. And it's a cute little granny square bag. I know lots of granny square things are kind of popular right now. This is all scrap yarn that came together. Other than that, I'm just really excited for my market today. I'm gonna hopefully get some footage there today of the booth itself once it's all set up, and maybe some footage of like what's going on at the event. The market that I'm doing today is at a restaurant grand opening. They'll have a car show outside and some live music, and I am one of 12 vendors, so it's kind of a small vendor market. So hopefully that's a good thing, and there's not a lot of options. I don't think a lot of people near me, like locally, do crochet items like this, so I think I'll have good chances of making very good sales today, so I'm very excited. We're all packed up, ready to go. We got to get some gas on the way out, but see you in a bit at the booth. It's a very hot day. I got a couple sales before the event even started, so that's nice. It's been kind of slow though. I'm hoping that once, it starts getting later, or maybe around when the live music starts, that hopefully there'll be more people and more customers. I've had a couple people come by and like pick stuff up and talk to me about it and stuff like that. So that's been cool. I've been working on this guy. He's like a little unicorn. I don't have the rest of the yarn colors to make him. Like to make his arms and his legs and his horn and hair and stuff, you need like different colors. Like his arms start off with like the hoof part of the arm. So you have to start with that colored yarn, and I didn't bring more than one color, so I'm starting another one. So I did start this one at home though, so I had the body and most of the head done when I was at home, so finished most of him here. So gonna start another one. And Noah's gonna bring me some ice cream. He's wandering around where he's gonna go to our church for a church event in 15 minutes or so he's getting me some ice cream before he leaves. Hey guys, so today is Monday, the 21st, and my market was on Saturday, the 19th, and I'm kind of gonna go over my sales and how well I think I did and that kind of thing. The market on Saturday was it was pretty decent turnout. There weren't as many people as I expected. It was a very hot day. It was at least 109 outside, so it was kind of sweltering, and not a lot of people wanted to be out there, which is completely understandable, and I wasn't expecting a huge turnout, so that's completely fine. So starting off, I got a sale even before the event started. She actually ended up buying 2 of my baby hats. It was a card purchase, so those square fees factor in. Most of my purchases were square purchases. I had 3 purchases total that were not on Square, which really shows you how much of an investment Square is. They do take out those fees, and it's like 2.6% plus 10 cents for every card swipe that you do. So you really want to encourage people to make up their mind before you end up swiping their card, because they might want to add something on as you're swiping their card. But yeah, so I sold 2 baby hats to one person. I sold a Triceratops to one person. Somebody came by and got a flower pin with some cash. Somebody bought a bee for their daughter with Cash App. After that, I sold a baby hat and a chunky mushroom in one sale. And then I sold a Triceratops in one sale and a bee in one sale. The bee I sold from Venmo, so I got the full dollar amount from that purchase. And then my final purchase was a chunky mushroom and a duckling. So overall, I think my baby hats and Triceratops and my chunky mushrooms were most popular. I guess you could say my bees were also very popular, but each one of those things that I named off, except for the baby hats, I sold 2 of each of them. In terms of my profits, if we're factoring in how much I spent in materials, how much I spent in time in terms of what I'm paying myself for each item, and then the fees and stuff like that factor into each purchase that were with Square. And I made $25.77 in profits. The gross amount was probably around $120 that I made off of this market, but in terms of paying myself back for all I spent to get here and all I spent to make these items, I made $25.77. However, if we're factoring in how much time I was, that I spent at that booth that day, I would have lost money if I was paying myself as like an employee. If I was paying myself as an employee, or if I'm factoring in how much time it took to make each item, I would have lost $14.43. So in perspective, it's good to know that in the future that I had a loss. In my spreadsheet itself, it says it has like 2 columns in my pricing workbook where it says like, this is the lowest amount that I could ever price it at, and that is factoring in how much I'm paying off that item to buy the yarn, pay for fees for Square, pay taxes or sales tax on those items. That's all factored into that lowest price. And if I price it lower than that price, I'm gonna end up with a net negative. And there were 2 items specifically on the list of inventory that I brought that I sold that I priced lower than I meant to, because when I printed out my price sheet to display on my table, 2 of those items I put in the wrong category. I wanted to group them into these small categories because I think this would be more eye-catching, and if people see that, oh, this is under $10, they would want to ask about the price and inquire a little bit more about those items, or it says under $15, same. And then I just wanted to bunch things in categories so that people wouldn't have to ask a lot of questions about like highest price items and lowest price items. And I figured if something's not in the highest price category, they'd probably ask about it since it's in one of these 2 categories. However, my chunky mushroom boys, the red colored ones, those are more expensive to make than my purple ones because the yarn is more expensive in that red velvet yarn. So I should have priced those $1 more than I was actually selling them for. An alternative to that would just be to price the different color variations all at the same price, and in that case they would be $17 each, all of the different color variations, which is just 2 color variations. And then my ducklings I should have priced at $11, but I misread my list when I was making this graphic and I accidentally placed my ducklings in this category, and then I was like, oh, I don't really want to print another sign because I'm printing this with my own printer and color ink is expensive. So overall, I think I did pretty well. Like I said earlier, I wasn't expecting like an amazing turnout or anything like that. I wasn't expecting to sell out. I did have high hopes that I would make more money than I actually did. But those were just things that I upon driving to the event on Saturday, I was a mixture of really nervous and really anxious, or
really nervous and really excited because I was first of all nervous that there wouldn't be a lot of people there because it was really hot outside, and I didn't know if a lot of people knew about the event. On Facebook itself, it said that only 60 people had like marked that they were even interested in the event, and only 8 of us actually marked that we were going to the event. So I knew that there wasn't going to be as much of a crowd that I wanted there to be. But it's okay. In the end, I made back what I paid. If I'm not factoring in how much time I spent out there and pretending that I'm not paying myself as an employee, which I'm not, then I made $25. So it's not like I lost money on this. It was a good experience, a good learning experience for next time. I'll know what I need to think about next time I do a market. If you watched all the way through this video, I really appreciate you doing so. If you could give me a like and a comment, maybe tell me what you're prepping for your next market. Any patterns that I mentioned in this video or didn't mention in this video, I'll try to link all the patterns that I used for all of my products. If there is an existing pattern for it, I'll try to link that in the description below somehow. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.